Booker, you know what time it is, man. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to jump in here, man. Tell everybody, who are you? What market are you in? And how long have you been wholesaling real estate, my friend?
Man, Bryce, appreciate you for having me. My name is Booker. I am in the Texas market, primarily East Texas, and going out from there. Been doing wholesaling now, going on 6, 7 months, maybe 8. Um, yeah, been wanting to get into real estate for a while, probably like most people, and eventually got led to learn about wholesaling. And of course the first thing is most people want to know is like, oh, how can I get started in it? Because it's the lowest barrier to entry part as far as going into real estate. And I was just lucky enough, I don't know how it happened, saw y'all's event pop up, and it was like, let me show you how to get started. It was what I was looking for, and jumped in the event. And and it was just a 5-day thing, and it showed me everything I needed to know to make a decision and join the academy. So
Appreciate that. And it's been an honor to work with you, not just like in your business, but on your business. And then to be able to like partner with you and help grow our businesses together. Like that's one of the favorite things that I have. And so I'm curious, like working together, like a year ago, you didn't even know what wholesaling real estate was. Is that fair to say?
yeah, absolutely. Didn't know, heard of it, or heard the term, no idea didn't know what it was, or really how it worked. And then when I found out, like, okay, well, how do you get started? How do you find these people to talk to? How do you talk to these people? So yeah.
You're a student of the game, and that's what I love about you. Like, not only do you study myself, my team, and our process, but you study other academy members in the inner circle. And I know because of that, you looked at a whole bunch of other programs. What about the REI Results Academy said, this is it? What about it was it for you?
The results were instantaneous. When you trust the process and you do what your mentors and your master tell you to do, which isn't complicated, wasn't complicated here anyway. The results were instant. It's, you almost get overwhelmed by the results, and it's like, oh, holy crap, I wasn't expecting this. So it's, it gives you a whole new set of good problems.
I love that. I love that. One of the things that we like to focus on is not just getting you started, but getting you to the next level. Talk about learning those next level processes that no other coach talks about. Like we can all these coaches and mentors can show you how to get a deal, but how many times have you seen a coach or a mentor come alongside of you and like, be like, hey, bro, like, let's do this differently and actually help you build a business. Tell me a little bit about how that's made you feel, understanding more than just transactional, but understanding the fundamentals of running and operating a full steam business.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's hard to find mentorship online that's worth its money, where you can get that kind of one-on-one with your coach and mentors, and then 2, you're in a group of people who have experience that they can also answer your questions too. So that was also something that was unexpected. A welcome surprise was like, not only could I get when I had questions, not only could I get them answered by you and Cal and my other mentors, but like there's other people in that have been doing it who are at a higher level than I was, that are looking to bridge that gap. And they're able to offer you a different alternative, and get back to you faster. So just the resources, the quality of the resources as far as information, what to do it and how to do it is really something. So
I love
nothing
that.
I've seen.
Yeah, I love that perspective, and I appreciate you sharing. I'm curious, somebody's listening to the sound of your voice, Booker, and they're on the fence. They're already doing this business. They're doing 1 or 2 deals or 5 or 10 deals, and they're looking to go to the next level, and they're just not sure yet. What would you tell them about the REI Results Academy and our inner circle, and how and what and why we're different? And what would you tell them to just move the needle?
That's a good question. I would just from working with you and just doing the 5-day event, I think most people, we can be honest and know that, hey, like the results that you're going to get is going to be worth joining the academy for. Like you're working with people, working with you and yourself, people that get, getting 30 plus deals a month. Like it's less of a thing. It's less of a decision about you making, hey, is it worth it? And more about like, are you going to be willing to put in the work for what you're about to invest in? It's not a question about if it's work. It's like, are you going to work with what you're about to invest in? And I would ask people to be honest with themselves to answer that question. Like, are you ready to put in the work that you know you can and is necessary, or are you not? Because it works.
I love that. I love that. And one of the things that we strive, and we're not perfect by any means, but I do know what it takes. And because of that, I know that a lot of people are just looking for somebody to not necessarily hold their hand, but hold them accountable. Give us an example of maybe 30 seconds or less that you can think of when you needed someone to push you over the edge and you wish that you had somebody and it didn't happen. And then also working with the inner circle and seeing how we're like, hey, bro, like, let's get going. Let's do this differently. Like, can you tell us about a time of working with our team and I that's not only gotten you results, but helped you get to the next level and held you accountable to the words and actions that you committed to?
Absolutely. So one time that sticks out to me was just, I was doing the work and reaching out to the people and making the post, and I came to you and Kyle, and he was, my problem, what I thought my problem was, man, I'm just not getting very many good leads. And Kyle just told me, hey, just start tracking everything. Write down what you do, when you do it, who you talk to. And when the day I started doing that, I realized how many people I was just like letting just fall through and not giving attention to, because you think you're going to remember everything and you don't. If you don't track it, it's just like you're not. It's a way of being honest with yourself, about what you're supposed to be doing, and you can really see like, oh, I'm still doing the same thing. This is what's actually happening. I'm just not giving it the attention that it needs to. So that.
And we provided you with those tools to not just track your business, but show your business itself a real-time like example. And I love that that's your example. So what would you say to that person that's on the fence, that's thinking about jumping into the REI Results Academy in our inner circle? Because this isn't about me, this is about them, right? This is about you, it's about the other Academy members, and we're picky about who we work with. So what would you tell somebody that's thinking about jumping in, wanting to make the decision, but they're just not sure? What would you tell that person?
I would tell you to ask yourself, are you ready to give up who you are for who you want to become? If that question is yes, then you make the decision and you kill off all the other options, and you'll make it by any means necessary. Because I don't know if a lot of people know, like whenever I joined, like I just started working again. Like didn't have any money. Like just, a guy from East Texas, black guy from East Texas growing up in the country, like no money saved up. You know what I'm saying? Like literally no. When I say no money saved up, like $8 in your account type money, like for real, no money saved up type thing. But I still was able to make it happen because I knew just from the 2 or 3 days that I was in the 5-day, 2 or 3 days in the 5-day challenge, that it was going to be worth me getting in there if I put in the work for New It Works. So that's it.
Give up who you are. I love that. I love that. I'm excited to share with everybody, and part of your testimony and testimonial here, like not only have you've done a few deals now and you've seen those results, but you just had a deal closed today and funded today. What was it, 5K, right? Not a massive deal, but we got to learn a lot going through that transaction that most of the time people just wouldn't see in an everyday transactional situation. I'm curious, Going through and thinking about this process and the deals that you've already done, like what's been your greatest takeaway in working with the REI Results Academy?
How much growth there is for just in one aspect of something, like mainly the conversation. I'd say, you know, that's where a lot of what the business revolves around, just how valuable it is to like how you communicate with people, not just everybody knows network is your net worth, but how you communicate with your network can bring you so much more value when you know how to do it well and you do it consistently. And that's probably the biggest thing. Like that's just something you can take anywhere in life, like no matter what you do, what career you're in. And it's just like, man, you just have to get in. That was my perspective. Like, man, I have to get in here, get with these people and just learn. My name is Booker Arthur, and I endorse the hell out of REI Results Academy.